Hey guys, it's Heather. Sorry it's been so long since my last update. Things have been so crazy. I got really sick for like a week and a half, and I just been totally off my game ever since then with getting back in the swing of things. So I'm really sorry it's been like really long since my last video. But anyways, I just want to give you all an update about school. So I'm not even sure what the last thing I updated y'all guys on. I've had a couple tests and checkoffs and lots of clinicals, but I just want to say I've already said this before, but in my school, level 2 is the hardest, and I wasn't really sure why that was for, before I got in the program. I didn't know if it was material or what exactly it was that made it hardest. And now that I'm in this level of the program, I don't necessarily think it's material that's so hard. I think it's just managing everything, because we have 2 days of clinicals, 2 days of class, but our days of class are really long. They're from 8 to 3, or, well, yeah, pretty much 8 to 3 every day. And then we have clinicals from 6:30 to 2 on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And this week we recently started having 2 patients instead of 1 at clinicals. So it has just been really crazy. As I've said this before also, nursing school is a really big roller coaster ride of, ups and downs and just emotions in general. And I wasn't immune to that last semester, and I've definitely not been immune to that this semester. Since I last updated you guys, I've had 2 checkoffs and I've had 2 tests. I did great with all my checkoffs for the most part last semester, and I did good pretty much on all my tests except for 1 last semester. This semester, I failed a checkoff. But it's different this semester because you can know the skill, but you can still fail. I failed during the checkoff for tracheostomy, suctioning, and care. I broke sterile field. I think I said this in the wound care when I was talking about wound care, but if you break sterile field and you realize it, you get 10 points off. If you break sterile field and you don't realize it, you get 25 points off, which is a 75, which means you automatically fail. So I was removing the inner cannula from my patient's trach collar, and as I was pulling my sterile hand away, I grazed it on the towel that I had on my patient's chest to protect them from any secretions that may have come up. And I did not realize this. I was devastated when I found out I failed because I did the skill right. I just broke sterile and didn't realize this. So I was very stressed out for a while. I had to retake my checkoff a week later, which is stressful, because if I didn't pass the second time, I would have gotten put on probation, and that would have been bad. Fortunately, though, I passed the second time and I ended up making a 99, but since it was my second time to take it, I could only receive an 80 as my grade. So that really sucked, but I definitely learned my lesson of being extra careful with sterile field. You just have to be hyper aware of every move that you make, because it's so easy to break sterile. It really is. Obviously, if I graze my hand on a towel and don't realize it and I fail, that's breaking sterile. So yeah, it's really easy. So my advice, if you have checkoffs where you have to do sterile stuff, is just to take your time. I don't know how much time y'all might have. We get 30 minutes. So just take your time, think about everything before you do it, and be super aware of where your hands are at all times. I definitely learned my lesson with that. But anyways, our next checkoff was over catheterization, and I did great on that. I actually made a 100, so that was a huge relief. It was actually easier than I thought it was going to be. I, obviously never done anything with catheters before, so I wasn't really sure what to expect, but it ended up being really cool and really actually kind of fun. I mean, I know it's a mannequin, so it's a lot different than doing it on an actual person, but I enjoyed learning about how to do that, and I'm hoping to be able to do that in clinicals very soon. So yeah, like I said at the very beginning of the video, I was really sick about a week and a half ago. I woke up one day before clinicals and I had a sore throat, and I didn't think that much of it. But as the day progressed, I started getting chills. I just started feeling really bad. So the next day I didn't go to clinicals, and as the day progressed, I started feeling worse and worse and worse. I had a fever. My tonsil on my left side was so swollen, and it hurt so bad. laid around all weekend. By Sunday, I hadn't eaten or drank anything since like Wednesday night because my throat hurt so bad. And by that time, my right tonsil was so swollen, my airway was like this big. And every time I tried to drink something, I started choking on it. So needless to say, I was very sick. I went to the doctor twice. Didn't have strep, didn't have mono, just had a horrible virus apparently. But anyway, so I didn't really get to study for my test that I had on Monday, which was also the same day we had catheter checkoffs. I tried my best to practice and study for both of them, but I felt like I knew my test stuff better than my practical or for my lab stuff, so I practiced my lab stuff most. I did great, like I said, on the catheter checkoff. The test, however, was another story. I don't know if it was because I was sick and I was still coming off of being sick that Monday, or it was because I didn't study very much, but I ended up failing my test with a 76, which is only 1 point away. I was devastated. I'd had a horrible weekend. Didn't get to do anything fun. I just laid in bed being miserable. I tried really hard to study, but I couldn't concentrate because I was in so much pain and so weak and tired and miserable. While passing my check off with catheters was a really big spirit booster, failing the test, especially by 1 point, just completely crushed my spirits. The test was actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, even though it was on material that I felt like I understood really well. But yeah, I just had to basically, suck it up and realize that I wasn't prepared and that wasn't my fault. It wasn't like I just, went out partying and didn't study. I was just legitimately sick, and that happens sometimes. So I got over it. We ended up having the test review, and they gave back 2 questions. Unfortunately, I got both of those questions right, so I didn't get any points back. So I still ended up failing the test. So that hurt. That really, hurt my pride a lot. But I'm not going to dwell on it because I still have one more test and then the final will replace your lowest test grade, and I will not fail the final, so I won't end up with a failing grade for that. But it just still sucks whenever, like I said, I didn't get to go out and do anything fun. I was miserable all weekend, and then I still did not do well on the test. But yeah, so, sometimes life happens and that's going to get in the way of things, and you just can't, there's nothing I could do about it. It happened. I don't get sick very often, so hopefully that won't happen ever again, knock on wood. It still sucked though, but I'm just gonna, not dwell on it. But anyways, I had another test on Tuesday of this week, actually, 2 days ago, and it went great. It was my supposed most hard class. We had a test over renal, we had a test over urinary problems, and it was also over, oh my gosh, my mind just went blank. What was the other thing that it was over? Laryngeal and lung cancer. That's what it was. And I made a 96, which I was really ecstatic about because renal is really hard and it's really a lot of information. It's really interesting, actually. It's amazing how much your kidneys do for your body. I didn't really ever realize before, and how much even your diet and stuff has to do with stuff, your kidneys and everything. But I was very pleased with my grade on that. I studied my butt off for it because I was so terrified of after what happened last time that I was like, I cannot, let this happen again. But I was very pleasantly pleased with that. Also, for clinicals, we have had 2 patients this week, and every week from now on we'll have 2 patients, and then next semester we have 3 patients, and then the semester after that we have 4 patients. So getting just used to building so that we can have 5 and 6 patients when we're actually out in the field. But I like having 2 patients. It keeps you very busy. I passed meds on 2 patients today, which is great. Unfortunately, neither of my patients had injections, so it was just PO meds, but that's okay. I did get to give injections a couple weeks ago, which was very scary, but I'm glad I got to do it. So yeah, clinicals are good. Like I said, we're on the rehab floor, so we don't get to do as many skills as I would like, but my teacher told us that she really wants to try to get us extra skills or more skills for us to do, because I was telling her that I'd really like to do catheter or something like that, so. But yeah, anyways, guys, it's spring break now officially. I am off all next week. My husband and I are going on a cruise. It's our very belated honeymoon. Next Sunday is our 1-year wedding anniversary, and we've both had school and he's had work, so we've not been able to go on our honeymoon, but we are finally going on our honeymoon on Monday, and I'm so excited. I can't wait. It'd be nice to just chill out and not have to worry about school. When I get back, though, I do have a check off the very first day we get back to school. It's over NG tubes, which hopefully is not going to be too difficult, and it's not sterile, which I am ecstatic about. But yeah, this semester is just flying by so much. I can't even believe it. Sorry, I got cut off. We get back from spring break and then we only have basically a week. We only have like a month and a half left, and that's it. And I can't believe that. The semester is going by so much faster than last semester. And then we have summer semester and then fall semester, and then I'm done, and then I go into the RN portion of my program. I can't even believe it. It's crazy, but I'm glad that it's going by fast. Yeah, again, guys, I'm so sorry that I've had such a break in updating. I didn't really mean for that to happen. If you guys have any comments or questions for me, let me know. I won't be able to update you guys again, probably for, you know, a week or so, because I will be gone. But I might try to do a video this weekend before I leave. If you guys have anything in particular you want to talk to me about or have me talk about. And I did like somebody's idea of me doing a day in the life of a nursing student. I wouldn't be able to do that for clinicals, obviously, but maybe I could do that just a day for class, and maybe a day that I need to study for the test or something. So I could maybe do that one day if y'all would be interested. But anyways, guys, if y'all have any comments or questions, just let me know. And I hope everybody else's semesters are going good. Don't give up. It can be very discouraging at times, guys, I know, but you can do this. You've worked so hard and you just can't give up. But y'all have a great day, guys. If y'all are having spring break too, I hope y'all have a wonderful break. Just relax and chill out and just try not to think about school at all if you can. Have a good day, guys. Bye.